Hello and welcome to Rustival, one of the UK's newest and most eclectic car shows where everything from a Ford to a Ferrari, a Mazda to a Maserati, from clapped out to concourse, everything is welcome here, hosted by some of your favourite classic car YouTubers. We loved this show last year, it's back for a third time at the British Motor Museum, so let's go and have a wander around and see what we can find. She already is. One of the things I love most about Rustival is it doesn't matter where you stand, there's something interesting. For a start, a duet in orange, a debumpered VW Beetle that's been lowered, got a sticker from our friend at Tasty Classics there, really love a Beetle, that's very cool. A delightfully patinated Bond Bug, the sporty Reliant Robin if you like, with its fiberglass canopy there. These are incredible, we really want to drive one of these for the channel, do let us know. And then if you want to talk about rarities, let's move around here to look very quickly at this. Absolutely immaculate 5-door Nova on 3 spokes. Does it get cooler? I don't think so. Would you believe me if I told you that in this particular lineup, as cool as this slightly modified Trabant looks with its roof rack and its sun visor and its banded steels and its yellow headlights, it was not the car that caught my eye the most. An MG Express, so this is the ZR, the hotted up 25, which in itself is a very cool modern classic, but this one is the van variant, so you've got a fast, sporty commercial based on a Rover 25. Did anyone ask for this? Not really, but are we glad it exists? Absolutely. I'm going to refer to this section as Weird Renault Corner. For a start, on your left, the Safrane. If you want an executive car that's not a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi or a Jaguar or a Lexus, or why not a Renault? Safrane, incredibly rare car, not necessarily the most reliable, but quirky and cool. And this one has got loads of original dealership brochures in it and leather interior. This is a top spec one. It is lovely, gorgeous, but not as gorgeous as this, the Scenic RX4. Now, my parents had a Scenic growing up, but it wasn't one of these babies. And this isn't some SUV lifestyle lookalike off-road. Actual four-wheel drive, actual lifted ride height, big chunky plastic bumpers, the Land Rover style spare wheel there. I absolutely love these. The transfer case is about this big, so very few of them these days are actually four-wheel drive, but this one might well be, and it clearly gets used and abused as it should. Scenic RX4, proper modern classic. I love these. And I do have to go a quick shout out because my girlfriend's helping film this and she's a big Volvo C30 fan. There's a Volvo C30. We love those as well. If you fancy a video on one of those on the channel, do let us know. But yep, weird Renaults. Which would you prefer? The Women Drivers Social Club has got a prominent stand here at Rustival with an eclectic mix of cars from women car enthusiasts of all ages. And they've got some eclectic tastes, as you can tell. There's this on the end, and then we've got a couple of cars from Katie, Wrenching Wench, you might have seen on social media, her Mark II Scirocco with Clio 16 valve wheels on it. This is uber cool in my eyes. White car, white wheels, white steering wheel. It does not get more 80s than that. And then an Audi 100 a van. Are there any left? There's certainly this one, and we love it. There are many more cars here, and the Women Drivers Social Club have got some real highlights of this show. Nordic Rides are a club specialising in Swedish cars, so it's Saabs and Volvos, and these two are the highlights for me. P1800, we've covered these before, absolutely gorgeous. It's got a period radio, it's got a little director's board there for the Saint. This is lovely, but it's not the Volvo getting all the attention, because this one is a V40 that's been crocheted, I suppose. This, you can forget your vinyl wraps. This is how you get attention on an otherwise ordinary car. And it is real. This is genuinely not stickered. This is actual crocheted attached to the car. It's wonderful because it's so tactile. You can't help but look at it close and admire it and feel it. It's incredible. The only one question remains, how do you wash it? Under no circumstances should you tumble dry. Here's a vehicle that doesn't fail to deliver. What a lovely package we've got in this ex-Royal Mail Leyland DAF 200 van. There are none of these left anymore. They've all been used and abused, rotted into the ground and thrown away. But not this baby. It is immaculate. Look how clean this thing is. It's been tyre shotted, for crying out loud. It's a van. Of course, the big sliding doors, so you can pull up alongside, make your deliveries. This is a very, very special delivery. Now this is a real performance car, rear wheel drive, exotic styling, rarity. It doesn't get much better than the Ssangyong Rodius, the 7-seater MPV with the rear end designed to look like a yacht, Mercedes diesel power. It's a properly quirky, wild thing. A lot of people call it the ugliest car ever made, and you can't blame them for it. But it belongs here at Rustival, as does everything else, because of how eclectic and how inviting this show is to pretty much everything, such as this, a Mustang 289. It's an automatic, it's green with a green leather interior, and it is gorgeous. There's not much to say about it, but we all love a Mustang, and this is one of the nicest spec ones I've ever seen. But would you rather? Which one? A trio of BL, when did you last see one of those? A Triumph Toledo, the front wheel drive one, I think it's a bit confusing. A Dolomite, but not a Sprint, but it is in British Racing Green with black steel wheels, and it's got a nice Welsh flag at the back, very classy. And then, if that's not classy enough for you, look down the end, an Allegro 3 Estate, complete with gold pinstripes and a brown velour interior. Does it get much classier than that? Two late 80s, early 90s icons here, boxy but brilliant. We'll start with this, Citroen BX TGD Turbo. So it's a sporty diesel before that was a thing or particularly cool, and this one is lovely. It's got a cloth interior. It's the later BX interior, so a bit more conventional. Very nice wheels on it. Yes, we like this. Very nice indeed, and it's dark green, which makes it cooler. And then here, one of my achievable dream cars, Alfa Romeo 164 3-litre Busso, the V6. It's got the manual gearbox. It is gorgeous, this thing. Absolutely love it. The fact that one of these made it here at all is an achievement in itself, and this one is about the nicest Alfa 164 I have ever seen. Makes a sound to rival any Ferrari in my book, and I definitely want one. That makes a sound that's distinctive of its own right, but you can't beat that. And finally, if you needed two cars to perfectly sum up Rustival, I think we've got them here. For a start, this beautifully patinated Citroen Dyane. Not any one panel is the same colour as any other. There's bits of rust, there's bits of sellotape holding the mirrors on, and there's a very nice Welsh flag on the bonnet. There's stickers from all the things it's done. It's well travelled, it's used. This isn't a show queen. This is just someone's car they love and they use that non-car people would turn their noses up at. But as car enthusiasts, we'd stop and take a picture of this and say it's cool because it is. We love Dyanes, and this is one of the most charming I've ever seen. And if you want to talk charming, what about this beautiful early Series 1 Morris Marina? Now the colour, there's been some debate. I'm going to meet in the middle and say baby's nappy beige. But the rest of it is lovely. It's been tarted up by the owner. They've bought it for had a couple of years with some lovely 70s spec seat covers in there, the original radio, all the wood trim. It's just lovely. There's not too many Marinas in this kind of condition. It's just charming. And again, there aren't many other shows other than Rustival where a car like this will be so standout and so memorable. But these two charming cars are proof that this show, anything's accepted. So that was Rustival 2025, and once again this show has proven itself to be a charming example of what happens when the car scene is as inclusive and as positive as possible. Every car here is a standout in its own way because it's loved and enjoyed by its owners. All are put on display, clapped out to concourse, everything is enjoyed and appreciated. So why don't you let us know, what was your favourite car of this video? Did you come to Rustival? What was your favourite car of the show? In the meantime, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Classics World for all our future content. We'll see you at next year's Rustival, but for now, I'm off for one more look round. Ta-ra! There we go, right, we're recording? Yes!